going on? It is the OCPD coach here again, and tired. I'm very tired right now. Uh, but as you can see, I have my beautiful background now on my wall. I love it. It looks so amazing. It's not perfect, but I'm actually gonna leave it how it is. I think that's actually perfect for me not to perfect it. But what I wanted to come on here really quick to talk about is another one of my OCPD rules, which is going to be focused around avoiding workaholism. So a lot of us with workaholics, we want to just push through, and then we instantly jump to the next thing. And we just push through, and then we never just sit back and enjoy the fruits of our labor. So I'm currently dealing with that right now. I've been working with some clients and working on a bunch of resources and making videos and doing different things in the office, physically spending time with family, spending time with friends, and it's um it's hard to manage if you don't apply strategies. So one of the rules that I actually came up with, or other coaches or different mental health experts would call them philosophies or methodologies. Methodologies. Sorry, it's hard for me to say that word for some reason, but I actually just call them my rules. So this one is actually to treat life as if it were a job. I'll say that again. So treat life as if it were a job. And what I mean by that is we work. As I mentioned, we work hard, and when it's work, for some reason, we're able to just put an insane amount of effort, energy. Sometimes we can strategize really well, and OCPD individuals are actually very successful. I actually spoke with Daryl from OCPD, My Life in the Breeze, yesterday, and we had a very intriguing conversation. And he did bring up the point that OCPD individuals are very successful in their careers, and it makes sense. I mean, you always strive for perfection. Um, you work hard, and oftentimes we are expecting. So I know I always work hard, and I expect promotions, or I expect monetary rewards for it, or I just expect better team chemistry. So there are different things that you could be working hard for. But what I will say is we are really good in the workplace, and I think we should start trying to apply that same mentality to life itself. So that same focus, that same energy, the same exertion that we would forward, put towards work, we actually can put that same energy towards life. And when I say life, this is all encompassing. So this would include work. This would include time with family. This would include time with friends. And this, most importantly, would include time for your own self. So when I say time for your own self, that is time for you to rest. That is time for you to enjoy activities you enjoy. So if it's playing video games, if it's going for a hike, if it's taking a road trip, we actually need to make that, if not the most important thing, one of the most important things we do. And I believe if we actually try to change our mindset and start looking at life as if it was a job, or life as if it were work, then you will actually start applying some of those strategies in your life. So one example I would like to use, and I'm not sharing my screen here, but I made a video talking about Jira and how Jira is an amazing project management tool. And I also talked about how you can work in 2 week sprints, 1 week sprints, or you can work in anything outside of that. So anything outside of running 2 week sprints. But the thing that I love to use Jira for is planning my personal life. And as I mentioned, I work in 2 week sprints. So within that 2 weeks, I actually will allot myself time for personal tasks and tasks for work. So an example of this would be me working on my bathroom. That was work, but for me, it was more of something that I really enjoyed doing. I really wanted to work on it. I really wanted to do this wall. It was work, but I enjoyed the work, so it was more of a hobby for me. It was like woodworking. It was just being active, doing something with my hands. But I also have tasks in there that are strictly work. So, for instance, meeting with my clients, following up with my clients, creating the OCPD rule book I'm working on, creating YouTube videos, creating thumbnails for YouTube videos. All of those things are work, and I like to separate that out because that is something that I can be super tired, and it wouldn't be something that would be just for fun. It would be something where I actually need to get this value out of this for somebody else. And if it has something to do with somebody else in a situation like that, or monetary gain potentially, then you really want to make sure you focus on that being separated and that being work versus something that you're just doing for yourself. So, as I mentioned, I have those different things in there, but I also would like to start including things like rest or playing the game. I think since I got this PlayStation 5, I have not had the opportunity to open it yet. I've just been so busy. But I think what I'm going to do is go into Jira and actually make myself a ticket to play Spider-Man for at least 2 hours. And once I put it in there, we like to stick to stuff. We like to accomplish our goals. We like to follow rules and processes. So I think once I stick that ticket in there, I'll make sure I do it at some point because I want to just knock off my task. So that's actually a strategy that was a way for you to apply it. So if you're using Jira or some project management, start actually putting tickets in for yourself to do things like play the game, rest, work out, eat. Some of us forget to eat. Put tasks in there for yourself to eat. Put tasks in there for you to spend time with your family. And make sure you put so I mentioned acceptance criteria before. Make sure you put clear acceptance criteria. And the acceptance criteria for me would be I played Spider-Man for 2 hours, or at least 2 hours. Or acceptance criteria for spending time with family is I made sure that I spent at least 1 hour with my son and at least 1 hour with my wife without being distracted by work or my phone or anything else. And you can even put prices on it if you want to say, for the issue that we have with not liking to spend money on ourselves, you can make yourself a task every single week to put money up for yourself to spend. And you can say, hey, every single week I want to make sure I save 3% just as discretionary fund for myself. And that's not a big dent in your money. That's just money that you'll be able to just spend on yourself for something that you want. New clothes, new shoes, anything. So I just want to come on here and tell you that rule. I want to make sure that we are treating life as if it were a job and really start applying these processes and these expectations to your life so that you can make sure you are well-rounded and rested. So for me, as I mentioned, I'm tired. I did a nice workout today. I'm feeling good. I have 2 meetings with clients tomorrow, and I wanted to make sure that I got them all set up with Jira and set up the accounts there and looked at some additional resources. But now it's going on 11 p.m. for me, and I'm getting ready to head up soon. I think what I'll do is I'll give myself another 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes, whatever I don't get done, it's okay. I'll get it done tomorrow, and we will be on with our day. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is the OCPD coach. If you have any questions, if you want me to talk about any topics, make sure you mention it in the comments below. Just blanked out. Once I get so tired, I'm super transparent with you all. Once I get so tired, I lose my words, I lose my train of thought and everything. I just got distracted by an email that I've had open for the past 15 minutes, and I don't know why I got distracted by it. But yeah, like I mentioned, if you have anything, put it in the comment section. If you want to reach out directly one-on-one, you can email me at TheOCPDCoach@gmail.com. And I hope to see you again. Peace.